happening? What's happening? We trapping. Let's get it. Shout out to ATM Sports in the building, rocking with me. How you doing this morning, sir?
I'm good, but I can barely hear you, my boy.
You can barely hear me?
I can barely hear you.
I'm low. How about now? Still low?
Sound is messed up a little bit.
Sound messed up? Let me see. Maybe it's something.
All right, I think we're good now.
Let me check it out myself. Okay. We should be good. Y'all give me a 1 if everything sounds good. Give me a 1 if everything sounds good. Let me get a 1. Let's see. My bad, y'all. I done messed the music up and everything. Let's go.
No need to apologize. Hey, it's Saturday morning. We nefarious. We trapping. We drunk. We at the store. We doing all types of shit early in the morning, man.
Yes, sir. We trying to get it. For some reason, you sound low.
Hey, man, I need everybody out there in Cowboy Nation to hit that like button, hit that share button. Let the folks know the trap is open for business. Let them boys know that the liquor store is open for business. I'm your boy ATM, hitting the more, rocking with my brother Landlord Sports, man. We bring it to you straight like that early Saturday morning, man.
Absolutely. We in the building with it, man. Shout out to everybody rocking. Shout out to Miss Regina Green with the green, Tyler, Stephen Harrison, DP Johnson, you know what I'm saying? Jeffrey Smith, Mr. Michael Lockhart, them boys 88, what's happening? We in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. And once you leave the trap, go on head over to the liquor store. Make sure you get a nice bottle, you know what I'm saying? And hit that like button while you're over there, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly you can hit a couple Eagles fans, but you know, you ain't hear that from me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, if you slap the shit out of Eagles fan on your way to the liquor store, you will get half off all items. So, you know, go ahead, use your discount while supplies last, man.
While supplies last. Let's go and crank this thing. We in the building with it, man. What's going on with you, Mr. HTM?
Trap.
We in here, man. What's going on?
Man, I can't even call it. Hey, quick, let me give a shout out to Regina Green, part of the Wrench Gang, tapping in. Michael Lockhart, I see you. Stephen Harrison, I appreciate y'all for coming over to the liquor store early Saturday morning. So I know y'all trying to get drunk on this Cowboys content with me.
Absolutely. Now, we have a lot of things to talk about with these young guys getting in here, man. You know, joining the team and getting incorporated. You know, let's go ahead and get it started. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling about them?
Well, you know, not to poo-poo on anybody. I feel great about some guys, and I'm, you know, still not sold on some other picks to be had. But, you know, we're just going to talk about the X's and O's right now, about where these guys actually fit into the scheme, you know, what their job will be, you know, coming in year one, you know, what to expect from them, especially from an offensive standpoint. We know we have a new offensive system in place. You know, we're going to be a brain trust in between Mike McCarthy and Brian Schottenheimer. So, you know, before I can explain the roles, right, of these guys in the system, I actually got to explain the system that's going to take place. So, you know, it's sort of a bang for your buck show today. We're going to talk about where they fit in, but we also got to talk about the new system that we will probably be running.
I see Ms. Regina said your mic is low. I'm thinking she's talking about mine. If so, let me know now how I sound now. Let me know. Give me a 1 if it's still low. Let me know. You know, help your boy out. You understand? But we should be good now. So, according to, you know, some of the data that you came up with, what do you think Mike McCarthy gonna do to, you know, get the best out of these guys? You know what I'm saying? Because we know the struggles that Kellen Moore had. Kellen Moore was struggling with a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we know he designed plays pretty decently, but it was the play calling for me. So, you know, Mike McCarthy doesn't have a really hard job to please us, because it was basically common sense stuff that we was mad at, right?
Right. And the beautiful thing about it, the system that we're going to be moving into is going to be a West Coast offense system. And for the people that are not, aware about what a West Coast offense actually, indicates what it is, pretty much instead of having a vertical passing game, right? Usually what happens is people are running the ball instead of passing the ball downfield. Well, what happens in the West Coast offense, there are a lot of horizontal routes, meaning routes are going from side to side. So, they're going to attack those areas of the field, stretch out the defense, spread them out, and it's going to be predicated on those guys catching the ball and running after the catch. So, that's why, these crossing routes are staples in the West Coast offense. That's why slants are staples inside of the West Coast offense. So, you're attacking, across. And for y'all who don't know y'all directions, right? If vertical passing is just a goal ball, right? Let's say this straight up and down, you're just running down the field, they throwing the ball deep. Where West Coast offense is going to attack you sideline to sideline in a sense of that, right? So that's the difference in between a traditional offense and the West Coast concepts.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a lot of drags and a lot of vertical. You say are we doing a lot of verticals or compared to
we're doing a lot of horizontal routes compared to what other people do? Because a traditional offense, you would probably throw the ball down the field more often, while in the West Coast offense is all pretty much indicative of getting the ball out of your hands fast. It's going to be quick,
3-step drops. Yeah,
a lot of 3-step drops. You might get the 5. You will rarely see a 7-step drop inside of a West Coast offense. You will rarely ever see such a thing. But it's going to be a lot of 1, 2, 3 balls out.
Yeah, that's the best Dak Prescott you gonna get. Cause I said that too. Like I was saying that Dak operates better in a faster paced offense. Like the best Dak I see is in the 2-minute drill Dak. Like he usually get it done. You almost can guarantee yourself some kind of points at the end of the quarters and stuff. Most of the times, right? Like Dak usually operate well in them 2-minute type situations.
Right. And then, just to flesh out what we're going to be running a little bit more, I actually sent you something on Brian Schottenheimer. I know that Mike McCarthy is going to be the play caller. I know it's going to be him deciding when to run these plays, this down and distance with the woo. But odds are the offensive scheme that we're going to be running is going to be predicated on what Brian Schottenheimer just did in Seattle from 2018 to 2020.
You want me to read what you sent?
You can either read it or you can share it on the screen.
You got it on your screen? Cause you can share screens too.
Right. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds then. Cause I think I can get it loaded up. Let me get it brought up and then I'll do it. Yeah,
but most of what I seen from Schottenheimer, a lot of his stuff, he liked to play action and he liked to run. And we've been begging for Kellen Moore and them to use play action. Like I think we was actually like one of the teams that didn't use play action that much, right? Last year?
Correct.
That's crazy.
We were a middle of the pack team in the uses of play action. I believe we were like the 17th or 15th ranked team in terms of play action usage. And really what's surprising, Dak Prescott is one of the better quarterbacks off of play action.
That's my point. You're doing things that's a disservice. Yes, you're not utilizing him correctly, and it's obvious. Like we barely had moving pockets. We barely had RPO type stuff. Like we didn't do a lot of stuff that would be advantageous to your mobile quarterback. We didn't do things like that for the most part. So let's see.
So I shared the screen. Can y'all see what I'm seeing right quick?
Not yet. Let me see what I'm supposed to do. Hold on. Bam. There we go.
Okay, cool. So y'all should be.
1 second. We got the stuff in the way, but not overlay. Okay, I got you. There we go. They can see it now.
Okay, cool. So just so y'all know what we're reading, this is actually an article from PFF, and it's just a quick little breakdown about some of the things that Brian Schottenheimer was known for, in terms of his offensive play calling style, right? So I'm gonna just read this word for word, and then I'm going to Also give you a little bit about Mike McCarthy, and then we're going to try and marry it together because that is what's going to happen. There's going to be a marriage in between the offensive philosophies of Mike McCarthy and a marriage in between the offensive philosophies of Brian Schottenheimer.
Yeah.
So just to read this to y'all real quick, right? Let me get this. I done lost it on my screen. Hold on. Here it go. All right. It says Schottenheimer loves to lean on the run and play action passing games to create effective offense. And just so y'all know that he's not lying about that, Brian Schottenheimer's offense was actually ranked number 2 in 2018 in terms of play action percentage. He used play action on 33% of his plays, which was second in the league to only the Los Angeles Rams. And we all know in 2018 they played in the same division, and the Rams actually play action their way all the way to the damn Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Just let's put that into perspective real quick. But let me continue my train of thought before I lose it, though. Over his 3 seasons with the Seahawks, they ranked 6th in run play rate, 42%, and 8th in play action rate, 28.4%. Additionally, the Seahawks ran the ball on 51.5% of their first downs, which is surprisingly a bit less than Dallas, 57.1% rate in 2022.
That's surprising, cause we used to be mad at what's the other guy name? Not Kellen Moore, the one before him. You remember we used to be mad at him because he ran too much.
Linehan.
Yeah, we was mad at Linehan because he ran too much on first down. And you remember when Kellen first got there, we was oohing and eyeing because he got people in motion and stuff. Like we never seen that before. We was like, oh, Kellen finna turn up because we got people motioning and play action, and he just stopped doing a lot of that stuff too. So, yeah.
Right. So interestingly, Schottenheimer's presence as offensive coordinator could push the Cowboys to make inside zone their primary run concept rather than the outside zone variation the team has leaned on heavily in the past. Though Dallas employed a steadier diet of man/gap concepts in 2022 than in the past seasons. Schottenheimer's Seahawks ranked 3rd in inside zone rate, 41.1% of called runs, so almost half of their runs were inside zone during his tenure, while the Cowboys only ranked 19th, 20% this past season. So it's going to be, if we're going off of this, it's actually going to be a completely different blocking scheme as well for the offensive line.
Hold on. Shout out to B Bird. He says, happy birthday to my wife and daughter. How that work, Mr. B Bird? Happy birthday to them, man. Happy birthday. You got a double birthday. Hey, I know them pockets weighing thin right now, ain't it, Mr. B Bird?
Pray for B Bird's pockets. Everybody bow your head.
Yeah,
my B Bird's pockets.
My daughter birthday on the 11th, so hers coming right around the corner, and Mother's Day. So
I was gonna say Mother's Day.
Yeah, so my pocket's gonna be on E2 as well. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to your wife and daughter, man. That's what's up, Mr. B Bird.
Hey, I'm seeing my wife take an IOU.
I'm gonna write it on a piece of paper. I got you.
So she knows it's from the heart. I'm gonna write it out.
Yeah.
All right. It said, unfortunately, Schottenheimer's offenses were often criticized due to their predictability on account of lack of creativity as a play caller.
Hold on, wait a minute. We gotta predictability. That sound like Scott Linehan to me. But I'm not too worried about it like this go round. Cause like most people learn from their mistakes. They critique themselves, they develop, they evolve. So of course him coming into Dallas, you know what kind of stage you on in Dallas. Like we're not just gonna allow you to just do what you want to do and be stale. You gotta come with it when you being an OC in Dallas, bro. You gotta come with it.
I also was going to point out he's not going to call the plays anyway.
True.
So let's see. Criticize like those aren't the kind of critiques that will inspire Cowboys fans that after the team jettison a board wonder for his retread candidate. I'm gonna close this out and bring up another screen because there's a part 2 to this that we couldn't fit all on there. Luckily for Dallas, right, the predictability of Schottenheimer's play calling shouldn't be an issue because McCarthy would be calling plays.
Facts.
that could allow Schottenheimer to focus on what he does best, designing an offense that intertwines the running, play action passing, and drop back passing games at a high level. Cowboy fans will be happy to hear that Schottenheimer's presence should mean a move away from the hitch and curl routes. Let's go.
Get that out of here. Somebody asked, was we trapping? Indeed, we trapping on a Saturday. You already know that.
We drunk trapping, man. That's what we need to start calling this show, man.
Trapping while drunk. You know what I'm saying? Trapping at the liquor store. You know what I'm saying?
Trapping under the influence, man.
Absolutely.
I lost my shit when they said that. Let me say that. Schottenheimer's presence should mean a move away from the hitch curl routes that were so frequently leaned on during Moore's tenure as an offensive coordinator. The Cowboys targeted hitch routes the fourth most in the NFL.
That's ridiculous right now, man. And I told y'all, why are we doing all these hitch routes when we don't even got the players to pull it off? Like, we just got speed with Brandon Cooks. I'm telling y'all right now, you need speed to threaten people with a hitch route. You need it. Like, I'm a wide receiver, bro. I know. Like, you gotta eat up that cushion that the DB gonna give you. If he's not afraid of you, like, killing his cushion real early, he ain't finna be backpedaling like that. You want him to move his hips in a different direction. If you can't get him to do that, he is not afraid of you doing nothing in front of him at all. He do not respect it. So we don't have the speed to even be doing this stuff. This is like prime indication that your OC was incompetent because he's not doing the things that you need to be doing. He's not utilizing the talent that you have in an opportune type way. He's not.
Right. See, a hitch route works with a guy like Tyreek Hill. A hitch route works with a guy like Waddle, who he plays with, right? They can run past your ass on the offensive side of the ball. So you got to drop back, and respect them and give them a cushion.
It works semi because you can be like a basketball player and box them out, but like how consistent can that be? Because all the DB got to do is be on your shoulder.
I'm talking about the players that are actually good at running it.
Yeah, but I'm saying they can pull it off like Michael Gallup and Schultz and stuff. But
no. I'm not talking about Michael Gallup and Schultz. I said Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. I did not say injured Michael Gallup, and I did not say a tight end.
No, I'm just giving them an idea why Kellen probably thought he wanted to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you can box somebody out and make like a rebound, but after a while the DB on your shoulder, you ain't gonna. That's not consistent. You can't just live off of that.
Yeah, because when you compare it, it's not a hitch route. It's not supposed to be a route that is heavily covered anyway. Because you're supposed to be stopping on a dime, and you're supposed to have a couple yards of separation.
Yeah,
right. Because you're getting downhill. They supposed to be still moving downfield because they expecting you to go deep. Right, they don't respect your deep speed, and the play is not going to work any damn way.
Yeah, you're toast.
Right, but what the hell was I? Yeah. So, however, Schottenheimer appears to favor routes where his receivers are on the move rather than a stationary target, and his offenses are littered with drive, shallow cross, spear, and China passing game concepts, none of which have a stop, curl, or hitch route baked into the basic play.
Well, APJR said Dallas had the speed, but Kellen didn't use them. That's actually true, too, because Turpin was right there. Jalen Tolbert had speed. Simmons had speed. We didn't use none of those guys. None of them.
Yeah. I will say that too, because if you were running a stop route with maybe Turpin, like you said, that would have been better. Maybe even a guy like Jalen Tolbert after you threw a couple of goal balls to him.
Shout out to Michael Lockhart with the $5 super. He said, "Landlord, I'm drunk trapping from last night in the lounge, man. Hey, I enjoyed that show, man. We was on there for eternity." But that was a good show though, man. Shout out to JC Cowboy Network and crew. That was a good show. I enjoyed myself. I was a little tipsy as well, unfortunately. Cinco de Mayo, you know what I'm saying?
See.
But was that the rest of the article?
Let me see. I'm gonna read this last little bit, then we're gonna segue. Overall, Schottenheimer's presence as the Cowboys offensive coordinator is unlikely to garner much excitement among the Cowboys fan base, but as an impressive scheme developer and play designer, it doesn't matter. We end it right there because it's cut off. But point being, what they were trying to say basically is he ain't shit like Kellen Moore. Like they're not gonna be a bunch of stop routes. He's gonna lean into the run game. He's gonna use play action a lot, right? Because they were top 6 in the entire league when he was there in the uses of play action. That has never been the case for a Kellen Moore offense.
I done messed my screen up. Look like, hold on, doing the HTM stuff. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead though. Let me see.
Yeah. So just think about it. You're gonna be replacing. You're gonna pretty much keep the same run base, right? Because he runs a lot. Last year we did run a lot, right? But you also got to remember like situational running. Like when the going got tough, Kellen Moore went away from the run game quickly. That's not going to be the case with Brian Schottenheimer, right? He's going to do everything in his power to get the run game going. He's going to make sure that the play action is in place. And really, for a quarterback, the play action pass is a quarterback's best friend. What people don't realize is, the whole let Russ cook thing started when Schottenheimer became the offensive coordinator. Now, they didn't like how he got his production, right? That's why they were talking about let him cook more.
We building the plane, y'all. Bear with me.
Hey, the plane is flying, and we dropping bombs over Philadelphia, so we good.
Yeah,
we good. So they didn't like how Russell Wilson really got his production, but the best statistical season that Russell Wilson had, he didn't have 40. He didn't throw for 40 touchdowns before he got with Brian Schottenheimer in this scheme. You know what I'm saying? Like Russell Wilson had a 40 touchdown season with Brian Schottenheimer as his offensive coordinator. So the big plays are there, the run is there, the consistency is there in the play calling. So people should be very excited about this version of the West Coast offense coming to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I think what I do want us to understand is, like, instead of all the glitz and glamour, we gonna get a consistent product, a smart product, something that's gonna be common sense based. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do things that's smart things. You know what I'm saying? Instead of scoring 40 a night, we might score a good 28 a night and still be effective and get the W. Like, we're going to play more complimentary football, of course, because that's the best thing you can do. Just imagine not having your defense out there 1,500 plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can get your defense out there to like half the time that you was out there with Kellen Moore, that's a way more effective defense. Like, as you can see, with us drafting Myles Smith in the first, that defense is for real. Like, we are leaning towards the defense and the run game. That's what we leaning towards. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick, shout out to Michael Lockhart for the $5 donation, man. They got you an entry into both raffles. If y'all did not know, there's still a raffle going on for the 9th and the 31st, and you can get a Dallas Cowboy jersey in each one. So if you want a chance to win you a Dallas Cowboy jersey, just send $5 to $Henry the Moore, and we're doing a 2-for-1. I'll put your entry in for both of them, man. So I appreciate y'all for the love and support.
And my raffle's still going. It ends on the 11th. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to tally up, but y'all know I got y'all. If I do, I probably do a show later on today too. So if I do, I'm gonna make sure I have the updated stuff. And you got 5 more days. You know what I'm saying? $5 entries. First place, a Michael Parsons jersey or a jersey of your choice. Second place, a T-shirt, and third place, a hat of whatever kind of Cowboys hat or whatever you want to get. So we got 5 more days left, and it ends on May the 11th. So. Yeah, I appreciate all the love and support.
Yeah, so where were we? I didn't mean to just interrupt the show, but I gotta show love when they show love to me.
Yeah, the people showing love, that's priority. So
of course.
I think you was saying we was talking about let me see. We were talking about how Mike McCarthy gonna play complimentary football. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, like, I would rather him play complimentary football because that makes you have a stronger defense. Like, I don't think people understand, like, in 2016, like, when we had Zeke was pretty much our defense. Like if we wouldn't have been running the ball, our defense would have been horrid that year. Like it would have been terrible.
And listen, let me tell you how good Ezekiel Elliott was for that team. We were the number 1 ranked run defense in the National Football League because Ezekiel Elliott did not have them out there.
Facts.
Right, and we can look at what happens, when we actually play running teams to back that up. Well, that same defense, because not much changed on that defense over those first couple of years. That same defense that was number 1 and number 4 in run defense and this and that, they gave up down there 300 yards on the ground when we played the Rams in 2018.
Yeah, true. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you would have stretched your defense out more and not use Ezekiel Elliott, we would have been way worse off. Know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you got to think. Look at how smart that was. Yo coaches realized that, hey, my defense isn't that strong, so I need to be keeping them off the field. You know what I'm saying? Like that's smart. That's complimentary football. Ain't no way we would have won 11 games in a row without playing complimentary football with that team. No way. Mm-hmm. What you think? Nah. It's no way. That's the magic. That's the power of complimentary football. You got to understand what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and play to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like, I always refer back to basketball because it's an easier explanation for me. So, like, when I look at the Spurs team, like in '99, when they had Robinson and Duncan, like, what I look like shooting threes all day. I'm finna post you up to death because that's the best. That's the best. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way I can use my team. So, you got to do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like putting Curry in the post. You're not going to do stuff like that. You going to shoot threes with him. So you got to use your team to the best ability. That's what I'm saying.
Right. And I actually got some other stuff I want to share on the screen with y'all, because I know we took a deep dive look into Brian Schottenheimer, but Mike McCarthy himself is going to be the play caller, and that's actually what should get y'all excited. Yeah, right? I'm not here to cape for anybody. He's a grown ass man. Fact. But like his work speaks for itself. So I really want to show y'all what you can expect from him as a play caller when it comes into terms of pure production. And then if y'all really want to get into the X's and O's of what to expect from a guy like Schoonmaker, we can do that too right after this.
Okay, I think I got a screen for it now so it won't mess up everything. So let's see what we can do. Right, we building this plane, y'all. Let me know when you're ready. Well, I see it.
I just shared the screen. I'm going to start from the top.
Okay. There we go.
Y'all can see it?
Yeah.
All right. So this is an HTM Sports numbers special. So I put together some numbers for y'all in terms of what Mike McCarthy's offenses look like, in terms of just scoring, right? I didn't go to the X's and O's about running. You know damn well Mike McCarthy did not have no great running offenses, right? I'm just gonna put that out there right there. But that's why there's a run game coordinator, and that's why Brian Schottenheimer, is gonna be his scheme, right? So you just talk about scoring. Mike McCarthy was the head coach in Green Bay from 2006 to 2018. His first year, he only averaged 19.1 points per game. It was a little shaky, but look at what he did those following seasons. 2007 averaged 27.6 points per game, which was fourth in the NFL. 2008, 26.2 points per game, which was fourth in the NFL. 2009, 29.8 points per game, which was second in the entire NFL. 2010, 25.5, seventh. 2011, they went crazy. 34.1 points per game, second best mark in the entire NFL. 2012, 27.1 points per game, fourth. 2013, 25.7 points per game, which was ninth. 2014, 29.7 points per game. And I want y'all to remember this. We played them that postseason in the Dez Carter game, so we know that they were the real deal.
And 2016.
I'm finna get to 2016. I didn't even mention that yet. Don't hey, don't be cheating. Don't be jumping ahead to the classroom, sir. Don't be jumping ahead to the classroom, sir. Yeah. But for real though, so like And you notice there is not anything here for 2015 because Mike McCarthy was not calling plays in 2015. Like he lost his play calling privileges, just like Kellen Moore. Despite the fact that he managed to have the number 2 overall scoring offense in 2014.
That makes no sense when you think about it. That makes no sense. Because if you was the second highest scoring team, how you lose your play calling privileges? That sounds like Aaron Rodgers had more pull in Green Bay than he did. Because it makes no sense. But go ahead.
Right. 2016, he took back over. And despite the fact, they were a wild card team, they went on the road and beat the Giants. They went on the road and beat us in Dallas. And then they did make it to the NFC Championship game where they eventually lost to MVP Matt Ryan's and the Atlanta Falcons and Dan Quinn, right? So
DQ.
we know how that panned out. Now, he did have 2 down seasons to end his career in Green Bay. But you notice I put an asterisk in 2017, right?
Yeah.
I put an asterisk because Aaron Rodgers only played 7 games. That was the year that Anthony Barr effed him up.
That don't count. So that don't count to me.
Because they had a top 10 offense before his injury.
Yeah. I see. Man, now hold on. This what I wanted. I was trying to wait. Be patient. This what I was trying to do. Okay, so you mean to tell me, for the most part, for the majority of Mike McCarthy's play calling career, he has been him.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not
That's what you telling me.
I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
That's what you telling me, because it's a narrative out here saying that Mike McCarthy was stale and all this. You mean to tell me out of all these years, all y'all worried about is these little measly 3 years, and he just told you in 2017 Aaron Rodgers played 7 games and they started out as a top 10 offense before he got hurt. So this what y'all telling me, y'all, but y'all listen to the narrative saying, oh, it was just Aaron Rodgers. Bro, Aaron Rodgers ain't just gonna get you this alone. He's not. These consistent years of production, being a top 10. This man was top 10 almost every year.
Yes.
Almost every year.
To put that into perspective, in 13 seasons as a play caller, Mike McCarthy produced 7 top 5 offenses and 9 top 10 offenses during his tenure in Green Bay.
That's crazy, man. Good job, Hen. Good job, sir. Good job. Good job. Cause I think we need to be we need to be the myth busters on this, because a lot of people are talking crazy about Mike McCarthy and it's not warranted. He don't deserve that. He don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? He had a few bad years on the back end at Green Bay, but we just showed you one of them was really not even valid. You know what I'm saying? The one with Aaron Rodgers with her, that's not even valid. So you got one measly year at the end and one measly year at the beginning. Like them, that's when Mike McCarthy was bad. But that's all people remember. They say, oh, it was just Aaron Rodgers. It was just Aaron Rodgers. Bro, after you see what Aaron Rodgers has become, I give more credit to Mike McCarthy. Like Aaron Rodgers is a head case. What coach you think signing up to coach Aaron Rodgers right now? The Jets are desperate. Them boys is desperate. They just want any kind of success. You know what I'm saying? But like after you see how big of a jerk Aaron Rodgers been to everybody, like don't nobody like to work with the guy, and this man doing all kind of crazy stuff. He getting into it with almost every coach. Like, bro, y'all really need to put some more respect on Mike McCarthy's name, in my opinion. Because not only did he find a way to navigate through all of the foolishness that Aaron Rodgers had going on, he was able to succeed. You know what I'm saying? Win a ring navigating all this foolishness that Aaron Rodgers had going on. So I think y'all need to change the way you view Mike McCarthy. That's Mike Soprano right there. That's the done. I'm telling you. Like
when you look at his running mate, right? We're not going to act like Brian Schottenheimer didn't do a good job with the limited offensive weapons he had in Seattle. So a good quarterback in Russell Wilson, but like that wasn't a deep, monstrous room. Like he just got DK Metcalf in like 2020, if I'm not mistaken, 2019, 2020, one of them. So no, it's 2019 because So you at his production as a play caller, he produced 3 straight top 10 offenses himself. 26.5 points per game in 2018, which was good for the 7th spot. 2019 and he was averaged 24.7 points per game, which was good for the 9th. And he averaged 28.2 in 2020, which was good for the 7th spot. So he also had 3 consecutive top 10 scoring offenses, and he did a real good job with run. You over there, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm good now, I believe. I was having some issues, but can they hear us? Sound is going out. Yeah. I was having some kind of issues, but I don't know if they can hear us now. Give me a 1 if y'all can hear. My mic stuff started acting up a little like, man. Let's see. They said no sound. Man, let me see. I know you can hear. Let's see. They look like they might not be able to hear.
Lost in translation said sound is a little low.
Let me see. So let's see. I don't know why it's doing this. It's crazy. Y'all bear with me. Bear with me.
We have a technical difficulties caused by Eagles fans, so remember to slap the shit out them when you see them.
It even happens on ESPN sometimes, so you know.
It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be all good.
Yeah.
But you know, in terms of just a running based offense, he's the number one. It's echoing back in my ear, so I'm just gonna wait.
I don't know what's going on. It's crazy. It was just and it just knocked out. Let's see. Mic check. This would happen, man, mid-screen. It won't read my damn mic all of a sudden.
Reboot and come back, landlord. We'll wait. I think we're gonna.
There we go.
I think we're gonna get it solved.
There we go. Hopefully it don't jump back off. Good grief. It's terrible. Like,
hey, shout out to landlord, man. Shout out to landlord. Hey, shout out to landlord for getting the technical difficulties. Man, we gonna be. Hey, we good.
We should be good now, y'all. No, I can't hear landlord. You can hear me now, right? Give me a 1. Yeah, we back. We back. Man, you know we in the trap house, y'all. Whew. Y'all just don't know the struggles of being a trap house producer. I'm gonna tell you that. Y'all know we do it live. That's what they say. We do it live. You never know what could happen. Shout out to Rush Merc 9, man. I appreciate you. He said no drink, building on the plane while it's in the air, please. Yeah. Shout out to Law Nation because he gave us the best thing ever with that. Building the plane while it's in the air. Because that's a great description of what we do as content creators every day, especially going live, you know. So I appreciate y'all for rocking, man. Shout out to y'all for rocking.
Indeed, man. We appreciate y'all, man.
But we back, man. So let's see. I forgot what we was talking about.
I was giving you Schottenheimer stuff. So okay. I don't know if they could hear me. You know, we already discussed that he produced 3 consecutive top 10 scoring offenses himself from 2018 to 2020. Right, 7th, 9th, and 7th. We also discussed, you know, that he was 6th in play action percentage, and he also was 2nd in play action percentage in 2018. And in terms of a running offense, he put out there, he put number 1 rushing offense on the field in 2018, the number 4th ranked rushing offense in 2019, and even in 2020 they were the 12th ranked running offense. Now their rushing attempts decreased to 411, but he actually had the 5th best, you know, yards per attempt at 4.8 yards per carry. So even though they ran less, they were still one of the most effective teams when they decided to run the ball.
Facts. I just like you said, one of the prime indicators was Mike McCarthy been him, and Schottenheimer been productive at his own on his own side of the coin too. So a lot of people, they be talking crazy, just saying stuff, man. Y'all better put some respect. We gonna be okay, y'all. We gonna be okay. We might not be as flashy, but I think we're gonna be way more effective. That's the most important part. Because effective would have got you over the hump in San Francisco, not flashy.
Facts.
Flashy got you with the L. You know what I'm saying? Flashy got you doing empty on 2nd and 2 from the goal line. You understand? So now you will be doing something that's way more effective instead of just doing some goofy stuff.
Right, and I agree with that wholeheartedly, man. Because when it's time, when it's time to win, man, you don't really care about style points.
Yeah,
it could be an ugly ass win, but I just want the win. I would rather have an ugly win than a pretty loss.
See, this is what people don't get, because I think everybody can relate to this and can't nobody deny this. Think about it. What if we went to the Super Bowl, right, and we won the Super Bowl 6-3? I'm not mad at. I do not care. That shows you the importance of winning. I wouldn't give an ounce of care if we won the Super Bowl 6-3. I would not care. We won the Super Bowl. I don't care if Dak went 6 for 29. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Did we win? We won. I'm happy with it. So that shows you like all the style and all the flashy stuff really don't matter at the end of the day. The most important stat, the most important thing in football is that W. It's that W.
Yeah, because remember, Tom Brady threw for 500 yards in the Super Bowl and lost. And nobody
lost.
About right? Jalen Hurts, right? They said he had one of the best performances in the Super Bowl, but he lost.
Lost.
And nobody gives a damn.
I guarantee you he'll take back 100, 200, 300 of those yards for a W. He'll probably take all of it back for a W.
Because remember, like another guy, Jimmy G in the playoff game went 6 of 8. Right, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He was there handing the ball off.
Winning.
And they won.
Winning.
One going away. And people don't talk about that shit, right? So it doesn't matter what the hell you do as long as you win. Because when you win, people forget about the numbers.
Yes, when you win, unless like do y'all want a hero? Do y'all want a hero or do y'all want to win? Because it's two different things. A lot of people who give Dak all this drama, they want a hero. They want to see somebody come and win and put up 600 yards and put the team on his back and all of that. So a lot of them people, they wouldn't even be satisfied if Dak was to win a Super Bowl. It matters how he would have won it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like they'll still be like, well, Dak didn't do nothing. I can tell you right now, if we win the Super Bowl next year, and Dak just don't be the catalyst or he's not the main part of the team that got us there, you still gonna hear these same people that talk bad about him right now. They gonna say, well, Dak didn't do it. Dak didn't do it. It was the team. It was the defense. It was Micah. They gonna still talk crazy about Dak, and that's where we differ. I don't care about who gets the credit. I just want the credit of a Super Bowl. That's what I want. I don't care about individual credit. I want to win. I want a trophy. I want 6. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Remember, people be forgetting about this, but Peyton Manning did not play good in his last Super Bowl win.
With Denver. Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Because matter of fact, I'm going to get the numbers pulled up. Because I think he barely showed up for work that day.
I think Patrick Mahomes, this is the first time he played well in it. Because like the last time, he didn't just go crazy.
Let me see. Oops. Hold on. That's Denver versus Denver versus Carolina. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
Shout
right.
out Denver to JC Carolina. In the chat, man. What's happening with you, sir? Trap. What's happening with you, sir? We in here. But yeah, man, like they got a certain criteria. So right now, the criteria is what? Winning a Super Bowl, right? You know what they gonna do? The classic goalpost move. As soon as he win the Super Bowl, they gonna be like, well, what was his numbers? What did he do? Hey, you know what I'm saying?
I knew Peyton Manning ain't do shit. 13 of 23, 141 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception.
Man, he was an old man managing a team on that game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was D. Well, unfortunately, you know. Unfortunately, he had to go over there and win a Super Bowl.
D. Ware and Von Miller.
Yeah, that was crazy too. Them boys was off the chain. Whoop Cam up. That was against Cam, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, toe Cam.
They smacked Cam up. Cam went the same since after that, man. Cam never recovered from that. So look, all the people, that's something the Cowboy fans need to think about too. All the people that's praising Jalen Hurts because he made it to a Super Bowl. Look at Cam Newton. Cam made it to a Super Bowl too and won MVP. And never got back that good ever again. Never got nowhere near close to that. This man is out of the NFL. Like, so just be careful while you selling your team out praising another quarterback for having a successful year. That's team success. It's a lot of quarterbacks who got there one time and never got nowhere near close to that ever again.
Yeah, matter of fact, it's been like 2 decades since the last loser of a Super Bowl has gone back and won one as a starting quarterback.
It don't happen often.
It don't really happen because hell, even look at these other guys, man. Like who else? Like with
Kaepernick. Kaepernick went to a Super Bowl.
Hey, I got one. Marino went to a Super Bowl, lost, and shit. He
never went back.
Right. I think Elway might have been the last dude to do it.
Like, it don't happen often. And like, you don't just get automatically anointed for going either. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people went. Like, they don't even give you real credit for winning one. Like, look at Nick Foles. Like, this man didn't even get a starting job for real for long after he won the Super Bowl. Like,
he lost his starting job to Carson Wentz.
Like, right back. Like, come on now. So y'all gotta, you want to know what it is? It's the difference between fans with surface level arguments compared to real NFL teams who looking at these players. You know what I'm saying? They're not finna get swayed by your analysis. They like, no, I know my team is strong with the K, so I'm not finna pay this dude like that. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? That's what they look. They like, no, I don't believe Nick Foles because I know the team I had. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. We don't believe you. You need
more people. Absolutely. So that's smart. That's smart of an organization. You know what I'm saying? Why would you pay Nick Foles like he a franchise guy when you know your team was just strong? So that's the type of, you got to be able to cipher through the BS, man. You got to be able to look over what some of the information you got. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to determine what was the reason. And we know it wasn't Nick Foles. They had a good team.
They had a great team around Nick Foles, right? You know, they had the best run. They had the best running game in the National Football League. They had the best run defense. They went out and got Alshon Jeffrey, who was the biggest free agent wide receiver at the time. Right, they went and traded and got Jay Ajayi in the building. They did a lot of things to put that team into place, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't just on Nick Foles. Nick Foles got a very good team around him. So
now let's kind of segue into how we feel like these players gonna be utilized, though. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have a whole lot of new offensive players, unfortunately, on my end. You know what I'm saying?
We're finna talk about the Shoemaker, right?
Yeah, we got to talk about the school man, the Mr. School man in the building. But I came to the conclusion that Mike McCarthy might just want those 3-4 tight end packages. I'm hoping that was more of a Mike McCarthy influence, because think about it, it came out of nowhere. It kind of caught us off guard. We didn't never see Kellen Moore doing this, and then all of a sudden he running 3-4 tight ends out there. That was gangster, but he didn't do it much. So think about it. After that, that was the Chicago game. After we utilized that package at first, why didn't we see it again? That sounded like it was a little tension. That was part of that tug of war, that the difference in philosophies that they had going on. You know what I'm saying? Because if it worked so well, we did a whole drive like that and drove all the way down the field, and I believe we got a touchdown off of it too. So, like, why didn't you do it again? Like, why? It makes no sense. That shows me that was a part of that tug of war battle and philosophies that they had going on. So hopefully that was some Mike McCarthy stuff. Hopefully now that's why he felt like he needed a Schoonmaker to come in and fill that void that Dalton Schultz left so he can run those 3 tight end packages. That's what I'm hoping, because I liked it. I felt like that was gangster. I felt like that was unstoppable, really, because you know they lined CeeDee Lamb up at running back. You know what I'm saying? They had CeeDee Lamb taking snaps at running back, doing routes out the backfield. It was awesome to me. I was hoping we found our identity. And that's one thing that you're going to get from Mike McCarthy. You're going to get an identity. You know, Kellen Moore never gave you an identity, really. Like, Kellen Moore was a mixed bag. You know what I'm saying? Kellen Moore was that bag of trail mix. You know what I'm saying? Mike McCarthy gonna give you a real bag of M&Ms. It ain't gonna be a mix of everything. Like, Kellen Moore never was able to find his identity because he was doing so many things, trying to be cute, trying to boost up his resume. Mike McCarthy knows exactly who he want to be. He knows exactly how he want to play. So now you're going to be much better with just the identity. Just the identity alone, you're going to be much better, in my opinion. Shout out to Taiwan with the $5 super stick. I appreciate you, sir. But having an identity is going to help us out. Like, this is common sense stuff, but I don't think y'all understand how effective it's going to be. For one, like I said, having a real identity. You want to know why Philly was so effective? Because they had an identity. We can name a handful of things that Philly did, and it'll make up basically the whole offensive scheme they ran. Right or wrong. Like, we can name them. Quarterback sneak, RPO, quarterback run, you know what I'm saying, and a couple of deep routes, tight end pass. Like, it's like 5 or 6 things that made up their whole identity. And you know every time you watch them, you're going to get the same kind of results.
Real quick, shout out to Taiwan for the $5 cash out. I appreciate you. And they got your entry into the raffle on the 9th and an entry into the raffle on the 31st. So salute to you, my brother, and thank you for supporting the content.
Appreciate you, sir. Good looking out for both people. That's what's up. But look at that, though. Look what I was just saying, though. This finna be real quick. Like I said, you can't name me 5 common things that we did.
I can't.
What curl routes? That's not good, though.
I mean, we were 4th in the league and doing it. I didn't even know that. I'm a numbers guy. I didn't know that damn much.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, 4th.
That's not good.
I wonder who the other 3 teams were that were ahead of us.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So you right about that. Like, that's all I'm saying. Us having an identity alone is finna help us out a whole lot. Us, what else? Having an identity. Us having a real seasoned play caller. Like, these things is finna help us out a lot. Us playing complimentary football. These are some big time changes that's finna help us out a whole lot. Those 3 attributes and differences might get you 3 to 4 more wins. Like, real talk. I don't think they hearing us here. Like, those attributes right there might get you 3 to 4 more wins. Just simply by playing complimentary football, having an identity, knowing how you want to play. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And listen, I actually have something here to talk about. We're finna talk about Schottenheimer and how he fits into the offense. Where I actually found an article in regards to where Brian Schottenheimer switched from 11 personnel to 12 personnel.
So, hey, he like the 2 tight end sets too.
Yeah, so I'm gonna actually share this and read this with y'all real quick, just to give y'all, some background information on it, and then we're gonna segue into what the hell Schottenheimer can do for us, right?
So you gonna share the screen?
I'm gonna share the screen,
okay.
And hopefully I don't destroy the show.
yeah, because we do this on the fly. You understand? But okay, I think I got the screen set up, so we'll see how it go.
Pray for me.
Pray for me. You know we need that. We need the organ play. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Bam.
Can y'all see it?
There we go.
All right, y'all can see it. All right. So this is from Joe Pham. I guess he's the beat writer for the Seahawks. So he goes on and quotes the Seahawks offense, and just so y'all know where this is from. He wrote this back in August 26th of 2020. So this is right before this is before the season in the 2020 season was his last year there. The Seahawks offense has predominantly operated out of 11 personnel over the last 2 seasons. That means for 72% of the snaps in 2018 and 73% of the snaps in 2019, Seattle had one running back and one tight end to go along with 3 wide receivers on the field. And that's he got the statistic from Sharp Football, which is it's a statistical place you can look at numbers and shit.
Okay.
So those numbers plummet to 12 and 14 respectively in regard to how often the Seahawks came out in 12 personnel. Well, for y'all who don't know how this number system works, is 1 running back and 2 tight ends. But they actually explained the reasoning for that quite well. Will Disley, who was one of the tight ends he had at the time in Seattle, had 2 season-ending injuries both of those seasons. So they really did not have 2 tight ends to use for 2 tight end sets. Basically what they're getting at here. So he said that's because the Seahawks' 4 best skill players, because of the injury, came out to be DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockhart, Greg Olsen, and Will Disley. Because of the Will Disley injury, they had to move to 11 personnel more than he actually wanted to. Right? So he said what makes 12, and this is actually Brian Schottenheimer talking about 12 personnel, why he likes to use it. What makes 12 good is when you can have interchangeable parts. Brian Schottenheimer said on Tuesday. I think we have those pieces, which is great. With Olsen and Disley, who can split either of them into the slot or keep both tight to the formation, both players simultaneously give you a threat in the passing game, short, intermediate, seam stretching, and red zone included, as well as a bolster to your ability to run block or pass block. That's a level of versatility you don't necessarily get from 3 wide receivers, right? So tight ends are asked to do a lot. This is Schottenheimer continuing. They've got a lot to do in the running game, a lot to do in the passing game, and they're involved in pass protection. Those guys have done a nice job picking that up really from front to back on the depth chart. And it's not even just about dictating the tempo and making the defense react to you. That can be part of it, sure, but the Seahawks will be able to create mismatches out of 12 personnel regardless of how an opposing defense reacts to it.
I like that.
Do they want to play your base? Do they want to play your sub? And then whatever they do, we got answers for that, right?
We got the answers. You know what I'm saying?
If they want to play us sub versus 12, we feel great about our running game and still about our matchups on the outside. If they want to play base, we still feel great about our running game and our ability to push the ball deep down the field, but also to get the ball out quick looking for matchups. So that's the beautiful thing about having 12 personnel, right? Because in 12 personnel, even though you take a wide receiver off of the field, you still have 2 outstanding wide receivers out there. And in turn for Dallas, the 2 wide receivers that would be out there in 12 personnel would be CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks, both who are number 1 receivers in their own right. So if a team wants to play you big to try to stop the run, right, that means a lot of times those cornerbacks out there are going to be on an island. No cornerback's gonna be on the island get CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks.
Facts.
Right. If they want to go base, right? You still got 12 personnel out there. That means you should have an advantage in the run game with your 2 tight ends against the extra defensive back that's on the field.
Especially with that boy Schoon blocking like he blocked. He can block now.
Well, we will give him his flowers for that. So if we're going to be a 12 personnel team, the Schoonmaker pick makes a little bit more sense, right? I still don't necessarily agree with it, but it still makes a little bit more sense to the philosophical standpoint that they want to do. So let me finish this out. Then we're going to talk about what to expect from Schoonmaker. Right? Let me finish this out. Then we'll talk about what to expect from Schoonmaker. Olsen didn't peel back the curtain as to how much he expects his new team to utilize 12 personnel, but he did have some fun letting everyone know that tight ends would be heavily involved. Whether that's 12 or 11 or 21, we just don't talk about 10. We don't talk about no tight ends on the field. We pretend that doesn't exist. Olsen joked. There's no need for Olsen to pretend. He can rest assured that won't happen in Seattle this season. So this is the season where he moved to utilizing 12 personnel more often, right? So I'm actually gonna go ahead and close this out so we can go back to our regular screen.
Okay.
So if we're talking about for what he wants to do, right? He moved to, and listen, he had a very successful offense without using 2 tight end sets, right? You saw that he had top 10 scoring offenses without it. But that was not really his preference. That was pretty much by necessity, having injuries to one of his top tight ends. So
let's tap in with the people in the chat and see what they feeling about it. So
how do y'all think about 12 personnel and what y'all think Schoonmaker would be utilizing doing?
Let me catch up with some of the answers because I know DP be having some good answers. I mean, good questions. He says, I doubt Chuma here if he was the answer. I'm starting to be okay with thought of Terrence still playing guard this season, if only because I do believe we can thrive with Collins at right tackle if need be. You talking about Avion Collins, right? I don't think they're gonna play him though, to be honest. He's not a part. They've been screaming best five. He couldn't be a part of the best 5. Know what I'm saying? The best 5 philosophy. We already know who the best 5 O linemen are. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The best 5 O linemen are, Tyler Smith, Terrence Steele, Zach Martin, Tyler Biotish, and Tyron Smith. That's your best 5 right there. Now, how we gonna line them? That's yet to be seen. You know what I'm saying? But Will McClay, the first thing he said was best 5. That's the first thing he said.
Correct. And really, because they did not take an offensive lineman early, I believe that's going to be the best 5 that they put out there, right?
Yeah.
I believe that has to be. That's the only way that you can actually get away with getting a tight end that high is if you're like, hey, we don't need O-line. We already got O-line. Like we already got a left guard in Tyler Smith. We already restructured Tyron Smith to keep him here long term, right? We still got Biotis this year. We still got Zach Martin. They've been talking so glowingly about Terrence Steele. I think he's gonna be ready week 1.
Yeah.
So
it's possible.
I think that they have it in their mind what the hell they want to do in regards to their offensive line play, right? I think they already had that made up, judging by how late they waited to take offensive lineman. If they wanted an offensive lineman, they could have took Osiris Torrance in the 2nd round. They could have took Mafi in the 4th round. They could have did this and did that and did this. They had plenty of opportunities to address offensive line. So with them not doing so, you have to believe, at least in their mind, right? You can infer from the evidence given to you, right? We're gonna use constructive thinking and shit in big words. You can infer that the Dallas Cowboys already have an offensive line alignment in place that they feel very comfortable with.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, we prioritized the O-line, but obviously they didn't. They said we got McDonald's at home, like we say. They said we got, like, I kind of felt Will McClay at the end of the day. Like, it's tough because I can understand both sides. I really can. I can understand people like me because I'm on the other side. I felt like we should have addressed O-line. I felt like we could have did that. But at the same time, we've been putting a lot of capital into these guys. We just got Matt Walesko. We just got Josh Barr. We got a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? Like, even though they improving and they haven't did a lot, they still bodies. And we got to do something with them. And especially, like, the only thing is we shouldn't have did the tight end. But I understand when they was talking about in the 1st round, though. You see what I'm saying? Because we do need to spread out the capital. Like, bro, we've been neglecting the defensive line for years. It's time now. Shout out to King G with the $10 super. He says, trapping out the liquor store. That sound like real life where I grew up at. Just showing love, fellas. Hey, man. Real talk. Appreciate the support, man. Real talk. Hey, that's hilarious, though. We cut from that same cloth, my brother. So I feel you. But let's see what else people got to say. Alan Williams said all teams want to establish an identity on offense. We all want to be a strong running team. Pollard, that guy? Pollard can run over people. Now, he's not opposing in his size. Like, he's not the boss, Jerome Bettis or nothing. But he do, man, Pollard run over enough people. And he runs with enough power as well. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't want him to do that on like over a long-term basis, but I done seen Tony run over people, run through arm tackle, because I done seen all of that. Like, I think people underestimate how powerful Tony Pollard is. Shout out to Mr. Deacon Charles, the team mom in the building. What's happening?
Indeed. So matter of fact, I'm really curious about what the personnel groupings were like for them in 2020.
What, Pollard only giving up about 10 pounds, 15 pounds on Zeke? It ain't a whole lot of differential in their weight. You know what I'm saying? Now, Zeke is much more powerful, but Tony, I think y'all kind of underestimate how powerful Tony runs.
Mm-hmm. Also, just so y'all know how they actually ended up playing out for Seattle, they did increase the amount of time that they used 12 personnel. They moved up from 12% to 28%. So they used 12 personnel 28% of the times. They still ended up using 11 personnel 66 because of injury. So they tried to use 12 personnel more often, but injury prevented them from doing so.
Okay. Let's see what the chat says. Somebody said we can kind of touch on the UDFAs because I like a lot of these guys, honestly. I always, I'm a sucker for the underdog. I believe I have to be able to, point out my biases. I'm a kind of a sucker for the undrafted guys sometimes. But cause Story Jackson was my guy last year. You know what I'm saying? But I love Hunter Luepke. Luepke gonna make this team. I'm willing to bet anybody that Luepke gonna be on this football team. He's gonna be on the 53-man roster, and he's gonna be used. I'm already checking him. That box is checked for me. And because you don't just go out and get a fullback and then guarantee him more money than everybody else. That dude is playing. You know what I'm saying? So you right or wrong here. Like who's going to seek out a fullback?
But this is the thing. You don't give a fullback $200,000 guaranteed, and they don't make the team.
Exactly. And then who is his competition? We don't have too many short yardage backs. Like
I think Fantasy is on the competition in terms of fullback, because they do two different things. But no, he would be considered a fullback on this roster.
Oh, so they because I like Fant too, but he was a tight end at Tennessee.
He was quote unquote a tight end, but people don't realize about Fant is he moved from running back to tight end. So when you look at his his highlight reel, that's why you'll see him running the ball into the end zone. That's why you'll see him lead blocking. That's why you'll see him leaking out and catching passes from the fullback spot sometimes. So they used him as a fullback as well, even though he is considered quote unquote a tight end. Like Dallas brought him in with the mindset of using him as a fullback.
Okay, so and he probably bigger too, because I think Princeton Fant is huge.
Man, let me look at Princeton Fant.
Yeah, because Luke ain't really that big. I don't think he that imposing as far as his physicality go. But I like the player. I just figured that they'll get a player like him opposed to, converting somebody who kind of played fullback. I kind of look at him.
Is 6'2", 245 pounds.
So he ain't even tight end size. That's crazy. I'm thinking he like a 6'5" guy.
No, he moved from running back to tight end.
Oh, he's he about the shortest tight end we ever seen. Ain't it tight ends don't be that short ever.
For the most part, they don't.
Yeah, you don't really find. I don't know if it was. I can't name a successful short tight end. I really can't. Most of the tight ends be what Jason Witten was, about 6'4".
Jason Witten was a tall dude.
Yeah,
Jason Witten was 6.
Like you about 6'4".
6'6".
See what I'm saying? Most tight ends just be tall guys regardless.
I wonder how tall Shannon Sharp was.
Shannon probably about 6. Well, he might be a shorter one.
He's 6'2", so that's.
So I'm about to
short
say
tight
he
end.
might be about 6'2". Yeah.
But to be fair, Shannon was a converted wide receiver.
True. Yeah, true. So I ain't gonna lie, I really didn't. That was a good nugget right there, cause I don't remember too many short tight ends. These days, tight ends only come like 6'4" and up. Like most of the tight ends gonna be big guys. So
Facts.
that's interesting with the I'm gonna have to look more into Princeton, cause not the school, but the tight end. They would never accept me, you know. They say you way too nefarious for our Ivy League school, sir. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Princeton fan, I'm gonna have to dig more into his film, because I like the skill set. Like, but I did think he was much bigger, so I'm gonna have to look at him again.
He said how tall was Aaron Hernandez? I think Aaron Hernandez was
Probably about 6'4".
Yeah, I think he was like 6'3", 6'4", some shit like that.
Yeah.
Aaron Hernandez, have him listed at. Aaron Hernandez was short too. He was 6'1".
Wow, 6'1".
6'1"
Maybe it has been some short tight ends and they just escaped me. Then maybe I'm asleep. I don't know. Somebody let me know. I could be wrong. I just, especially in modern days, it'd be like most of the tight ends be kind of big guys. Shout out to King G with the $2 super. I appreciate you, sir. He says, if we keep Lupke, do we go short at running back or tight end? That's a good question, because they still like Sean McKeon too.
Well, listen, if the difference is in between Sean McKeon and Schoonmaker, then we know who's odd man out. So like, even though I don't think any team gonna pick up McKeon, I think he'll make it to the practice squad if he gets cut.
They love McKeon though. They still mentioning him. So I was like, once you got all these tight ends, I thought he'll be an afterthought. But he got some kind of role on his team that they like. I don't know what it is, because
maybe it's Dale, maybe it's they just really like to do. That they got they pet cats.
I was just about to say, I'm willing to bet Sean McKeon might be your new Noah Brown. You can't explain why he's on the roster, but some kind of way he continuously on the roster. You know what I'm saying?
He might be one of them guys that just try so hard. He may not be the most uberly talented person, but he might be a try hard, and they like his work ethic or something.
That's a good question though, because we can't go short at running back right now. Honestly,
no, you
can't go. Questions. Yeah, you got too many question marks. You got to hurt Tony Pollard coming off an injury. You know what I'm saying? Then you got a question mark at Rojo.
You got an undersized
Vince Vaughn, Deuce Vaughn. Yeah. So
Malik Davis, they never showed you nothing.
Yes, he had. Don't do Malik like that. Don't do Malik like that.
No,
don't do Malik like that.
I'm doing him how I'm supposed to do.
Don't do Malik like that. Now that's my guy.
Listen, he ain't had no opportunities.
Yeah. But look, the opportunities that he had, he showed me something. I got a whole film session for you. That boy was making the most out of them runs here. Go back and look.
Man, I'm not basing shit on 4-5 plays.
No, this is them the plays that he had though. Like, see,
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you can listen. This same thing.
Here go the number man not having a heart again. Here we go again. Here we go again.
It's not about having a heart. Listen, landlord. Listen. It's not about having a heart. We just know there's a difference between doing something 150 times over the course of a season and doing it like 5 or 10.
But you gotta project though, Hen. You gotta project. No. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Hold on. How you gonna what I gotta do? I ain't gotta do shit.
Hey, Hen is too the Paris Bulls, man. Nah, you can't be like this. You can't be like this, man. Football, you gotta project at some point. Cause like, look, they projecting Schoonmaker and the rest of the tight ends. All of these are projections. You gotta project.
And listen, nobody even agrees with the Schoonmaker pick.
I'm just saying, like, it is a point in time while building your roster that you're gonna have to project. Like, everything is not gonna be a sure thing. Drafting is a projection, like, cause you did good against.
Drafting is a projection based on already put out film, though.
No, cause Schoonmaker ain't got no film. He ain't got no film doing that.
That's why it's a bad piece.
Y'all know he ain't. Damn Dizzle said sad music out here. Cause here, like, bro, we gotta talk about this here. How many times, time and time again, I gotta have a intervention with you. You know what I'm saying? Have a heart, hen. Have a heart, sir. You know what I'm saying? We need to go down the Wizard of Oz, down the Golden Gate Bridge, or whatever they went down, and find you a heart, man. What it? I said the Golden Gate Bridge. I went from fantasy to real life. You know how we do. We mad nefarious out here to say. But look, you gotta have a hard hand. Like you can't just read the numbers sometimes. Sometimes you gotta actually see what the traits are and project and hope they translate. Like that's cause everybody ain't got numbers. Like look, just like we were saying, just imagine us like judging a player and he had an incompetent OC like Kellen Moore. That ain't fair. It's some of these players, bro. Look, they be like chess pieces, right? If you making dumb moves, you making dumb moves. Like if you done been a player before, bro, you almost defenseless. You helpless at times. Cause if your coach tell you to do something, you gotta do it, even if it's stupid. Like you just gotta do it. Cause look, if you don't, it's a catch-22. You either do it and be looking stupid and trash out there, and if you don't do it, now you getting pulled out the field. Like so, to a certain degree, the players be almost defenseless, man. You gotta look at the traits, look a little more in depth into it, cause if not, you won't get the full story. That's all I'm telling you.
And I'm listening. I didn't say that the boy couldn't play. Like I said, he ain't showed me shit.
See, nah. You can't do it. You can't come with it like that. Just say he ain't showed you enough. Cause he showed you some things. He showed you as much as he could out of the limited opportunities he showed you. I feel like. Real talk.
Listen, he had 38 carries. Right. All I'm saying is I'm not gonna base if I like a player or not on 38 carries.
Of course, you don't push all the chips in the middle of the table off 38 carries, but I'm just telling you, one should be, let's just say this, one should be slightly bullish on what they seen. I say that. You should be slightly bullish because he showed you as much as he probably possibly could show you in the limited opportunities. Like, what else you want the man to do? You know what I'm saying? You want the man to run out there on the field and just take the ball, don't you? He ain't far too nefarious. You want this man to run out there and just intercept the ball from Zeke. I'm finna get these opportunities. Did you hear him talking about me, man? I gotta get out there. See,
I'm just saying he hasn't played a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe y'all didn't like the way that I said it.
See, you still high on Ferg though. See, this is what I'm saying. You high on Ferg too though.
I ain't high on Ferg.
So you ain't high on Ferg for what you seen?
I think he's better than whatchamacallit, and that's not
than Schoolmaker.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, Stargazer try to call me out on that too. Like, well, you were just this, but there's two different things. It's a different thing for me saying that Dalton Schultz is better than Ferg, which he is, and it's a different thing for me saying that Ferg is better than Shoemaker, which he is. Like, shit goes downhill. That's two different arguments.
Shout out to Mafia Mind GTA with the $5 super. He says Deuce gotta chunk the deuce every time he score. Hey man. I likes that. He dropping bars out here. Then he a Texas guy. He chunking up the deuce. You know, he tipping on 4 fours in the touchdown. I like that. Those are bars right there, Mafia Miles. That's bars right there. Leon Roberts.
Brothers. What's up with you, Johnny?
What's happening? Leon Roberts III says, first Cowboys game I went to ever was the Titans one. I was there too, Mr. Leon. Why I ain't see you? Dang, that was mine, you know. He said, I was disappointed that Malik Davis didn't get 15 carries that game with, I believe, Zeke out SMH. Yeah. I was disappointed as well in the performance, but I was happy we got the win. But then one of my subs, that's why I'm glad I built a little community so we could talk each other off the ledge sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Cause they brought it to my attention. They like, landlord, you know, we done played like 3 games in like 12 days. Them boys is tired. So I'm like, yeah, that's a fair assessment. So that was I got to see a tired football team, and even though they was tired, they still got the job done. But I definitely would have liked to see Malik get more opportunities. Like, man, Malik was running, he almost broke like 50, 60-yard runs, like for real. Like Malik was like this close, bro. Like the boy can play. I don't see no reason why he don't get more runs. I can't even make it up in my head to why. Like, it's finna be very interesting in camp to see Deuce Vaughn go up against Malik Davis. Because everybody is just forgetting about Malik. Malik is the forgotten man now. Right now, Malik is the forgotten man. So I feel like I'm high on Malik. I like Malik, bro. I think he can play. You know what I'm saying? But we finna see. Now, wouldn't that be crazy? Now, I don't want to put this in the air. But this would be wild, though. Because people forget Deuce Vaughn is an incredible player, though. But, like, he is a 6th-round pick. What if he ain't make the team and we just did all this crying and stuff? Yeah, the Joneses ain't that cutthroat, though. He pretty much penciled in. He pretty much
penciled in. And it's the fact that he gives you he can play on special teams, too, as a returner.
Yeah.
Right? So, he gives you way too much flexibility. He can do more than one thing. And like you said, like you ain't gonna draft the boy, then cut him.
Then we the running back room is really interesting here. Cause we actually signed Rico Dowdle, right? We actually gave him some money.
I think we re-signed him.
So I don't even see where he fit in this equation, honestly. Cause I'm higher on Davis. But that ain't saying that the Cowboys is, you know.
I was just finna say because you're high on him doesn't mean
it don't mean that. We seen that at the draft. Like my board is not their board.
Mm-hmm.
Big Sarge says Malik Davis didn't get the opportunities because of Zeke's existence. He said just because Zeke breathing he didn't get. Don't put that evil on Zeke, but you know you technically right though. Yeah. Almost like Jason Wynn was taking out on reps when he was there. He was taking all the reps from people.
I mean, it's not his fault for being here with somebody else. Like sometimes you're here first, and this is what it is.
Nope, that's the coach's fault. Because if you're not effective, get off the field. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? If you're not being effective, I don't care about your stripes and stuff, bro. We trying to win.
Hey, you can't argue with me that Malik Davis was better than Ezekiel Elliott. You ain't seen it.
No, he's not better, but I'm saying like he was more effective when he got his opportunities. I say that.
I'm also say 38 years. I'm not going to sit here and
but look, okay, look.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
Because listen, I know it's easy to poo-poo on Ezekiel Elliott because he has declined over the years. We're not going to sit here and act like he was not the only pass blocking running back you had. We're not going to sit here and act like he was the only short yardage running back you had because you're not going to ask Tony Pollard to run between the A-gap. We're not going to sit here and hold on now. Hold on now, because like I said, 38 carries. You can't tell me Malik Davis can do it because you ain't seen it.
I'm letting you cook. I'm letting you cook.
Oh, come on. Let me get this shit off real quick. we ain't gonna act like this dude, even despite missing games, didn't have over 800 yards carry, right? We ain't gonna act like despite all this other shit, he didn't lead your team in rushing touchdowns. So like I know, you can make an argument. Well, anybody could did it, but they didn't though.
you saying that Zeke did it and they didn't do it. I mean, exactly. you right. I'm not here to disrespect Zeke. All I'm saying is I want to be. Shout out to Joshua Fisher. I wanted to be honest with my people, man. Because real talk, once Tony went down, I felt hopeless. I'm just being real with y'all. Like, and I love Zeke, bro. I don't have an agenda to disrespect Zeke. I'm just telling you how I really felt. Like, I didn't feel like he can get it done against them boys. And, like, that's a real indictment on what happened. Like, we had no type of run game after that. It was over.
I mean, we had no type of run game before. We talked like Tony Pollard was going crazy.
Oh, he started heating up towards down the stretch, though. He did.
You understand the entire running back room averaged 2.3 yards a carry, down the stretch of the season, right? Like
I know. Once Terrence Steele went down, the whole run game suffered. So I'm not just blaming that on Zeke.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like we have more of a fundamental issue up front, when Terrence Steele isn't there. So I believe, like Tony Pollard still gave us a better chance because he was more explosive, right?
Yes.
Because even with him, even if he wasn't going to run the ball, you could at least threw him the ball and he could have got a chunk play that way. And we know he would have got the occasional big run.
So you even though in hindsight you don't feel like we should have gave Malik some opportunities in that San Francisco game.
Of course, because the only way you can beat the San Francisco 49ers, even though they're a very stout run defense, is to run the ball against them.
See, that was a setup. That was a setup. Because look, dude, you want to know why you feel like that? You want to know why you feel like that? Because he showed you enough. Because he showed you enough, Hen. That's why you feel like that. Look, okay, well, why you ain't say Malik Davis then? Why you ain't say not Malik. Why you ain't say Rico Dowdle then?
He wasn't playing. I only did the boy with dress.
Hey, I'm just saying. I feel like, even if you don't want to admit it, because I set you up, I walked you into that trap. This is a trap. I did. This is a trap. This is a trap.
How many carries did Zeke get after that? I think Zeke only had like 6 carries in the damn game.
I mean, Kellen Moore got to hold some of that blame. He was just foolish in a way. Like he didn't do anything right. Like But I'm just saying, I feel like even if you don't want to admit it, slightly, Malik Davis showed. Look, you gotta say it, bro. I set you up here. I'm just be real with you.
No, I would like to see something from Malik.
No,
I can't say I seen something from Malik.
For you to actually want him to show you something in a playoff game, Henny them more. You seen enough from Mr. Z. You seen enough from Malik, bro. No, I got you. We trapping today. I got you. Yes, you did. Cause you wouldn't just say, "Hey, give me this random guy." No, you seen Malik had a little potential, and you seen him do a little something. So you like, "Hey, sign me up."
Why you putting? What I seen was the guy who I consider the best running back on the team at the time, Tony Pollard, go down with an injury, and I expected to see something from both Ezekiel Elliott and the next guy up. That's what I expected to see. not because I have a favorite, not because I.
Hold on, wait a minute. We need crowd participation. What y'all think? What y'all think?
Hold on.
Did he fall into my trap? I'm mad nefarious. Yes, he did.
No, I am in the trap, but I did not fall into the trap. I got to the back door. He let me in, but I had to take the knock down. That's how I got into the trap.
He said I could barely hear him when y'all start arguing at the same time. Oh, I don't know. It might be the audio sources kind of crossing up, but he said he did low key. I told you I set him up. I'm mad nefarious.
Who this talking about low key? Paul?
That's Paul Rickmore.
Don't cross me out like that, Paul.
hey, we playing chess, sir, not checkers over here now. We playing chess. But nah, I wasn't really nefarious with it. But I'm just saying, if you wanted Malik to get some more opportunities, bro, you had to see something that sparked that level of interest. It had to be. It's no way around it.
You're reading way too far into it.
It's no way around the hand. Just give it up. Just take the L this time. Just
see why you trying to cut me off, because I got what I need to get.
Go give it to me then. Go give it to me.
Now I already told you how you beat the 49ers. Like, you beat the 49ers by running the ball against them. Like, you go back and you look, right? If you go back and you look at the way that you beat the 49ers, like, they were like 5-1, right? 1-5 in the games they allowed 90 yards rushing.
Yeah.
So, like, the way you beat the 49ers, even going into the game, like, when I laid it down, you have to beat them on the ground. They did not even try to run the ball. So, yes, I would have liked to see something from Malik Davis. I also would have liked to see something from Zeke. Anybody that was healthy enough to run the ball, I would have liked to see something from.
You would have liked to see something from Rico Dowdle too. Yeah, I got you.
The landlord, if your ass was on the roster, like, man, see, why landlord?
But look though, I got you on a two-way street. You're doomed, man. Cause look, if you were still like desiring more, that means one thing for sure. Zeke went it to you at that moment.
I got something to say. That's all I got to say.
Zeke went it to you, right?
Zeke had 10 carries.
He went into you in that moment. That's what I'm saying. I'm concerned about the way I felt. Like, we love Zeke, but in that moment,
are we talking about the impending dread of doom that happened when Tony Pollard got hurt?
Yes, because like I'm saying, like after Tony went down, I'm like, bro, I really didn't have faith in Zeke doing it, and like I don't think I should be. I'm not dogging Zeke. This is just how I truly felt. Like, real talk. Like, this is a moment where you gotta separate your love for the player. We trying to win. At that moment, I'm like, bro, we through. I don't see Zeke doing it. That's just how I felt, bro, just being real. I love Zeke. Zeke has been a great running back for us. But this is real. In the moment of comeback, I was just like, we don't. He can't get it done. That's why I was like, bro, get me Malik in here. That's when you got to put your feelings aside and just tell the truth. Like, that's what you wanted your coaches to do, and they failed to do so. They said, we're going to roll with our guy and then get this young man no opportunity.
I mean, you talk about Malik Davis not getting a single carry. Like, Zeke Elliott only had 10 for 4 quarters. So, like, what the hell was he supposed to do with 10 carries?
King G said, "Damn, hit him with the tic-tac-toe strategy." Yeah, I had him boxed in, man. I had him boxed in.
Y'all up here arguing about something that I'm not arguing about. Like, running the ball in general is what I wanted them to do. But you can't say they did it at all. Your leading rusher had 10 carries.
True. Kellen dropped the ball, man.
Zeke Elliott had 10 carries. Y'all talk about Tony Pollard getting injured and going out the game. He had how many carries? Tony Pollard had 6. So who the hell got the ball? What the hell are we talking about?
Kellen just screwed everybody, bro. Kellen just screwed everybody. That's what it sounds like. Cause okay, we wasn't having just no ultimate success in passing either, right? So why weren't you?
We failed all the way around. All the way around offensively.
Then look, at least meet me halfway, do some play action. How many play action he was doing? Like, he wasn't doing nothing. Like, he wasn't doing nothing but those hitches and curls. That's why I named my video Kellen's Last Curl, because it should have been his last curl. Yeah, it should have been. Michael A says TP went down. Cowboys in the 49ers game wasn't running like that before TP went down. Don't confuse a couple of explosive runs with running the ball like that. Exactly. Yeah, you're right about that. Mm-hmm. I just felt like TP started to like kind of catch his stride down the stretch, because I started feeling like I'm going off my feelings right now, so just to be fair. But I felt like Tony was kind of opening up. Like, I'm going to have to go back to those last few runs Tony made, because he started being productive. If I'm not mistaken, that was like a 8-9 yard run that he got hurt on, right?
Yeah, it was like 8-9.
It was a decent run that he got hurt on. So he started to trend in the right direction as far as like how he was running, in my opinion. So I felt like it was opening up. That's why I felt like I had so much, like, why I felt so bad when he went down. It was like, dang, he was just heating up to me.
Right. But this is the thing. Like, we're talking just about the 49ers game. Like, I believe we end up feeling that way.
Let's take a like break, man. Damn Dizzle said the likes are disparaging. He put a big word in there.
He using words like trust.
He using my kind of words. Yeah, y'all don't be stealing, man. Y'all don't be stealing. Please hit the like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. We been in here an hour and 30 for y'all, man. We got 100 and some people in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Please hit the like button. Y'all know I've been struggling getting over 100. So y'all make sure y'all look out for your boy, man. I don't even want to look at it. I don't even want to hurt my eyes with the bad likes. Y'all look out for your boy.
And hey, man, y'all keep sending landlord them supers or keep hitting the cash outs, man. We both still running raffles, so you want to like, share, and support, man. Get yourself a chance to win some jerseys and some good shit.
Yes, sir.
Y'all hit them cash outs and y'all send those supers, man. We appreciate y'all.
Let's see. Triple D said, I did too, landlord. You definitely see TP was better than the San Francisco linebackers. I think he started to heat up, bro. Like, I'm going off my feelings. So, like I said, I'm going to have to go make sure I was feeling correctly. I'm going to have to go make sure I look at that, because it felt like Tony started heating up.
Your feelings are not invalid, because I think everybody felt like it was already going to be hard to beat them with Tony Pollard.
Yes, exactly.
Like, so I think everybody just like felt like, damn, man, like this, because we had already missed the extra point. We already had the interception down the other end. We would finally get some shit going, right? Where you said you saw that run. And then we backdoor and threw an interception right after that too. Like, so I think all that shit compounded. Like, well, damn.
I got you in mind too, King G. You know, I still got a raffle going for a Michael Parsons jersey, second place Cowboys t-shirt, third place a Cowboy hat, and it ends on May the 11th. So you still got interest on my end too. So we got you. We got you.
Yeah, you got interest over here, man. Like, matter of fact, let me tell you how many you got, King G, because you got well, King G, you don't have any entries in the one for the 31st, but you got entries in the one on the 9th. But you got entries. Let me see. Yeah, you still got 2 entries for the one on the 31st.
I don't know if I ever seen you in here, Mr. Al Guitarla. I don't know.
Aguela.
I'm sorry. I speak broken English, so don't take it personal. I'm terrible at this, but I appreciate you coming through. He says, no excuses. Dallas coaching should have put Malik Davis in after Pollard went down. SMH. I think the whole nation got to agree to that, bro. We got to agree to that because we seen what Malik Davis was giving us when he got his opportunity. You got to give him that. I just feel like you got to.
I mean, listen, even if you don't believe in Malik Davis, you should have put him in.
Nah. He look. He ain't trying to get out of it.
No, I'm not. I'm not getting out of it because I said here told you. Listen, I told you I ain't seen shit from Malik Davis. But listen, this is the thing. When you know how I said you ain't seen shit from her, you got at least get the man opportunity.
Yeah.
Nobody really got an opportunity. Ezekiel Elliott had 10 carries for the whole game. Right, Malik Davis got 0, so he didn't get a chance to sniff the field.
Yeah.
So you don't know what he could have did for you. He could have went in there and went crazy. Like, landlord, you're very high on him. I respect your opinion as a person.
Yeah.
So maybe he would have went in there and went crazy.
Hey man, I seen that boy was like, man, I'm telling you, you about to make me go pull up my video because this boy was getting the most out of them runs. Shout out to Triple D. Shout out to Triple D. He said with the $5 soup, he said great content, man. I appreciate you, man. We try. We trying to satisfy that urge y'all got going on, man. So let me see. He said, pull it up. He just called my bluff like I'm some kind of wuss or something. Like, hold on. Wait a minute.
Pull it up, then.
He done called me a wuss or something. Wait a minute. Let me see how I pull this out. Because I don't know who he thought he was talking to. But, you know. You know what I'm saying? He said, do it then. Like, okay then. All right. Okay. Go on,
press the button.
Go on, wheel him in while get it set up then.
Nah, but for real though, like it was a coaching malpractice though, man. Like, and you got it to the point in the season, right, where you were a run dominant team. I know that your ability to run the ball was hindered by the loss of real quick, shout out to Marquetta for the $20.
I know this gonna sound strange. It might.
What
Go
the
ahead.
hell was that?
That was the video. That was the video coming in before.
Okay. So, hey, shout out to Marquetta for the $20 donation for the raffles. They got you 4 entries into both. So, salute to you for Oh, hold on. What is called 8? Because 4 is quadruple, but 8 would be what?
Octagon. Some with an oct in it. That's all we know.
You occupied. I don't know that's the word. You occupied your chances of getting
occupied. Shout out to my quarter with the 20 on my end too, man. That got you 4 more entries. I promise you I will tally it up. You know, landlord be nefarious. I got a lot of stuff going on, but I promise y'all I'm gonna make sure I tally it up. I'm probably gonna do another show later on today, more than likely, knowing me. But we finna go and crank up. Oh man, hold on. We finna crank up the YouTube video because he ain't calling my bluff like I'm some kind of punk or something. So we finna go ahead
I'm from Arkansas, but I'm still from the show mistake.
Hey,
you telling me all this good stuff about Malik Davis. Just go ahead, shameless plug, drop your video. And you know you need to go ahead and drop the link to your video inside of your chat box too.
Sounds strange and might ruffle. Let's run this thing, but I truly believe Malik Davis did enough to earn at least a few more opportunities in 2023. Put some respect on this young man, Henny. I'm sick of this. Don't call my bluff. Alright. Wait a minute. I skip along. Malik Davis was a 3-star running back coming out of Jesuit High School out of Tampa, Florida.
Go back to the high school on you, boy. Don't play with me.
2017. He only played 7 games and ended up suffering a knee injury, but he still finished the season second in rushing with 526 yards and 2 touchdowns. That was a great year for him. Then in 2018, he only was able to play 3 games and suffered another foot injury. And his whole career at Florida was basically suffering through injuries, coming back, trying to rehab and get on the field. Then when he finally got healthy, he had to run behind backs like Dameon Pierce, so his role diminished big time in the other years. So now he comes to the Dallas Cowboys as a UDFA. That's why he didn't have the gaudy numbers and stuff. As a UDFA for the Dallas Cowboys, he still came in the preseason and had a great showing. Then he got his opportunities in the Chicago game and down the stretch. So I didn't even want to highlight preseason because I know a lot of people would say it's just preseason. When he got his opportunities, when Zeke went down, Malik Davis showed nothing but he was a capable back and he had a lot of potential.
That boy said, hold my bill while you playing here. That boy said, hold my bill. Wait a minute.
And a decent ceiling. I'm not saying he's just phenomenal, but I feel like he is a decent back that deserves a few more reps with the way he showed when he got his opportunities. So let's look at the film. Now you see Malik Davis, he's deep, he's the same. Forward most of the time, and Morrow is not a bad linebacker. And like I said, Malik is getting the most out of the play.
I can't hear you, landlord. I think your sound went out. Take a little bit of time to sound fine.
My sound wanna hate on me for some reason. It ain't working.
Sound and hating my boy out, man. But we gonna talk about it. Like, listen,
I don't know if
landlord did a lot of leg work, you know what I'm saying, to bring y'all this Malik Davis video. And I'm not saying that he cannot play, right? I an exceptional running back. So I know he played against some very stout defenses. So, you know, my only argument is I have not seen him really play a lot, right? I have not really seen him play. I have not really seen him get his opportunity. I'm not trying to knock play. I'm not trying to knock him and his upside, because I upside other running back on this team that can actually pass block, right? So I like Malik Davis as a complimentary back. I just need to actually see it, right? I would have felt even more comfortable with Malik Davis had he gotten his opportunity in the San Francisco 49ers game, right? So, you know, that's pretty much where I'm getting at.
Cause
right.
My stuff over here looking wonky. I don't even know if they can hear me right now.
I hear you, so they might be able to hear you. Can y'all hear my brother landlord in there, man?
Give me a one if y'all can hear me, man.
He said, he said, Triple D, what you do, Hen? I ain't did nothing.
Then mess me up, man.
He said, my too.
Your audio ain't working either?
He said, your audio keeps in it.
I don't see nobody.
I don't know. Y'all me, man. Look. Yeah, I think Kelly stiffed. I think Kelly stiffed the entire running back room. Y'all let me know what the audio sounded like for me right now.
They said
he said landlord gone.
Landlord gone. Landlord is very low. Dang, let me see, man.
They done whack my boy landlord, man. They done sent the hit.
Give me 1 second.
They done sent the hit.
We finna wheel it on home. Just give me 1 second. Y'all know how it go while you live.
In Malik Davis, right? But you know, like I said, you saw carries for the run.
Okay,
for the
we
running
back.
backs.
We back.
Okay, thank God.
Good grief.
Right, so go ahead and play the rest of the Malik Davis video, man.
Y'all,
you in and out. We'll figure it out. He said Dollar Bill Jones trying to shut the liquor store down. We. Yeah.
Man, they hate me out, man. Hold on, man.
Vibing, gonna get in the trap, rocking out, and the Eagles fan came and pulled the Wi-Fi plug out the wall, man. So we gonna slap the shit out their ass for playing games. He said, nephew put foil in the microwave. Y'all be out here wilding, boy. But we appreciate y'all. Y'all keep hitting the like button, keep hitting the share button. We gonna make it work. No, I trust the landlord and his ability because you know he be doing this shit on the fly all the time.
Mic check. Can they hear me, man? Cause
I can barely hear you.
You can't hear me.
I can hear you a little bit better now.
Can you hear me?
He said Deuce Vaughn Pops was watching the video like, nah, my boy need reps.
Said I got you. I don't know what it is, man. Right now, it looks like it's hating me out. Said hen in the trap for messing with hen. He in the trap for messing with hen. I don't know.
They said it. Hey, they said because you put me in the trap earlier, man. That this shit want to act up.
Ask them, can they hear me?
Can y'all hear landlord, man? I don't know. We might. You want to shut down and come back on in like 2 seconds or what?
I don't know what's going on, man. I think if I close it out, it'll let me redo it. So hold on. I'm gonna try. Y'all tell them to bear with me real 1 second. We gonna close out and come right back.
Hey, bear with us. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna close out and come right back, man.
Right back.
Right back. Like